You're gonna lose. And even doing it for the right reasons. You sometimes get lost in this, and if you're trying to chase like the music industry,
Yeah.
um, I think that's the worst thing you can do because, like, trying to chase what's trendy out there is not gonna really, as a musician, it's not gonna really feed your soul.
That's right.
And
Cause
so my whole thing is to really remain independent and be able to make the music we want to make. And the music is still going to sound somewhat commercial because we're good musicians, but we actually get to spend time on the topics that we want to talk to and do the things we want to do rather than be told this is what you have to do. And I don't know, it just
you got
I love the direction that we're in.
you got a good point because that's kind of the point of DGN in that aspect. We're not trying to be like a FM or AM radio station or radio network. We want people that want their own shows to come in and run their shows the way they want them and talk about them and do what they want to do themselves. You know, and it's the way the new direction that I'm going into. Also, you're exactly right. I'm not trying to chase industry or anything like that. It's just it's another way for me to release, but in the same sense to get other people motivated and a positive mind to step up and be like, you know what, I can go out and do this. I can do something like this, or the dream that I had 15 years ago. I'm going after it now.
Yeah.
Kind of what I see.
Yeah, and one thing, Ronald just said in the chat room, he says he listens to music when he gets bored or depending on his mood swings, primarily old school or early 90s back. And that's just because music today, what they're putting out there, that's kind of what turned me away from that is, for one, I listen to my content and I realize, like, where do I fit in this? Do I want to change? No, like I wanted to still. That's my music. The reason why my name is Aries Cobain. The reason why, if you look at my logo, there's like a big blood stain in the back of my logo. Is my music comes from pain, And even when it's beautiful, even when it's a good, uplifting song, it still comes from pain. It's just pain that I turn into something that's positive, something that you could feel through my lyrics, through my instruments, and that's why it's important for me to have a live band because you can really feel. I feel like you can really feel more emotions when you hear the guitar, when you hear it like a drum. When it hits a crash, like you can really feel your emotions. There's nothing like live instruments to bring those out, and then the performance will just be that much more.
Hell yeah.
And so I feel like for Ronald, go ahead and add me on Facebook and take a listen and see. Because I feel like that's what I'm trying to do is create music that really reaches the emotions, and fuck all that mainstream, radio trendy shit. Like that's the music I try to make is music for people to feel me, and that's how we relate. Is because we're all humans, and it's kind of a lie to say that we're not emotional.
Oh, because we most definitely are. We're all emotional, and
Yeah.
everybody's got to have that song or music that they listen to. For me, when I get frustrated, just I jump in the truck, blast it, ride.
Yeah.
Music,
Yeah.
music's life. Music calms you down or pumps you up. It just depends on
Yeah.
what you need it for.
And to answer Ronald right now, he said the genre he likes is country, 80s rock, and oldies, not much into rap style music. The reason why I actually created this band is because for the longest I've been doing, rap music, and but that's not exactly who I am as a musician and artist. The songs that I've produced myself, they actually sound nothing like rap and hip hop. But I didn't have a band, so sometimes you're working with other producers, and the producers I worked with were primarily hip hop, and we make some good music. and but now I want to really show my influences, and the music I'm trying to make is actually, I guess if I had to say what style we're trying to aim towards, it's kind of like a Linkin Park, but more bluesy, more southern, a little bit of country in there, a little bit of like 70s, 80s rock. That's the kind of music that I actually listen to the most in my car. And like I was saying earlier, my playlist in the morning when I'm getting ready is like everything from Drew Hill to Brett Young to Rascal Flatts to Creed to Blink-182. Like, I'm just into good music, and I feel like if you like good music, you'll actually really love the music that I'm working on right now.
Hell yeah. and hey, some of that old school stuff is pretty good, man. That's that's that.
It's the best. It's the best.
It's what created everything.
The stuff they play on the radio these days isn't great. I'm back, by the way.
Hello.
I was. What dream and whatnot do you have, Jay, that you may be working on to accomplish, or doing something that you thought you'd never do, or something in your life that makes you happy?
Right now, I want to get certified in scuba diving.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm afraid.
But I did it once, but it was just like it wasn't really a certified thing. It was just a fun trip in Hawaii that we got to go on, luckily. But yeah, I think it would be awesome just to explore a lot of places that other people haven't gotten to explore,
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
I once tried going upside down in my pool, and I got a bloody nose, so I don't think I could scuba dive. But I always love the idea of it.
Yeah, I can still get out there and do it. One flipper won't be too bad. Not too bad at all.
But yeah, that's just one thing. There's a lot. I'm working on, because now that I work from home, I'm in the house more, so I'm working on getting out of the house more because I'm becoming a hermit, and it's driving me crazy.
But yeah, down here and up through town. You can come help me out anytime.
All right.
Just saying. We got the kiddos. I tell you what, man, my kids are really starting to fall into their stuff. My daughter's picture taking and drawing like crazy, and Anthony's getting in his welding. He's been running, been exercising, and getting ready. I mean, he's still got a senior year of high school to go, but he's set. He's got his mindset, just like I did when I was at that age. I had a scholarship to Davidson University to go play ball. I didn't want to play ball. I want to put a uniform on. So they're there, man, and the kids are watching too. So just remember that kids watch.
Yeah,
they see everything, and try to show them the best. Still keep that discipline in there, but show them the best way to be around people and to handle people instead of being little jackasses.
Yeah, I mean, they see things more than we see them. I mean, even in our own actions, like, something that I may just be doing is just part of what I do, and they pick up that little thing and they take it literal, like to the sense of like magnify certain things, and it's like I have to explain. Even like my son, he watches, he does a lot of YouTube videos, and he watches. I don't know how you guys feel about Logan Paul. Or if you know even who he is. But I have to explain to him, like, for one, what you see on what you see from these stars or whatever, like, it's not always what it seems like. They may have, Ferraris and Lamborghinis in their videos, but they rent them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they rent most of this stuff. Like, they're what they see in these videos online, they really, are influenced by them. And so it's important to try to also teach them, like, the real from, the reality from fantasy.
And that's truth. That's truth. Because a lot of it they get from just playing their games or in their phones. Oh my God. Have y'all seen that bit where this dude is so fed up with this girl being on her phone at the dinner table, in the car, just in the mall, everywhere she goes, and he gets a little blowhorn. It scares the living shit out of him. It's like,
I saw that.
He does what?
He takes a blowhorn and scares the shit out of her.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, dude. If I see it again, I have to tag you in it. And it's funny because a lot of our kids are that way. Yeah, look around the malls whenever you go to the malls. They'll sit there and they're in their phone. You just never know what's going to happen. You could trip over somebody come take your shit. Somebody could take you. Just saying. That shit's crazy.
That's the biggest issue I have with my youngest son. He will not get off the internet unless we force him. And then it's like a drug addict being addicted to crack or something. He's like, oh my God. Like he has a freaking meltdown. I'm like, it's just the internet. Calm down. Let's go do something else. But yeah, he's addicted. It's bad.
When I was in high school, I went on a date with this girl from another school. And from the moment I picked her up, she got in my car. She was on the phone. And so I was like, okay. I was waiting until she got off the phone. That phone call never ended. We got to the mall, and we are going to go to the movies and walk around. We get to the mall, and she gets off her phone for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, okay. No, she gets right back on her phone. She's texting. She puts it away. Then she takes a phone call again. She didn't even notice, but when I said I was going to go to the restroom, I just actually got in my car and left, and I kind of just left her at the mall. It's kind of a dickhead move, but at the same time, I was just like, man, she didn't even notice until like 30 minutes later. Like, I was gone. Like,
well, that's kind of jacked up. I mean, you're sitting there trying to spend time with her, and she's obviously got all these friends. Somebody come pick her up. Damn, that's messed up.
Yeah, well, that's what I felt like. I was like, damn, you're on the phone so much with these people, I guess you can call them, give you a ride back home, because
exactly.
You didn't even notice I was here. Like,
and we get, and you know that does happen a lot nowadays, especially when you know we're sitting at people's houses and stuff like that. You know, it's we get so caught up in what's going on. People constantly, you know, I got to a point where I just turn my notifications off. You know, just leave it to where the phone rings. You know, I gotta have the phone ring just in case kids call. But it is. I get to the point. You know, sometimes that's why I don't answer people's, because my notifications are off. Yeah, but yeah, people come over and they'll just be inside their phones and not pay attention to what's going on, and it sucks. But you know, that's where we got to reteach, go back to the old ways and reteach some things. Yeah, unfortunately, smartphones are very useful, but they're useful in the right moments. So
yeah, I mean, and they're like, for example, like. When I moved out here to Orlando now, I got internet, but I decided to not get cable because, and I haven't really missed it at all. I feel like it's a big distraction from actually doing, you know, important tasks. Like you get sidetracked. Next thing you know, you're watching a couple shows and you're 2 hours later, and it's just like, you know, it really sucks you in, you know. And sometimes, for me, it's just better not to have cable. It's just better not to have it because I don't even think about it, and I don't miss it, you know?
I don't either. Too much work to do. I'd rather do what I'm doing than sit there and watch something I've seen 1,000 times. So, Ryan wants a comedy bit real quick. What would you rather hear from DC Benny? Biscuits or unagi?
Are you asking me or Jade?
He doesn't have to get my opinion on anything.
You've heard of both.
Just kidding.
Let's go with biscuits and gravy because I'm hungry.
Right. Here's a little bit of this damn thing.
We're Rhett and Link, and we wanted to show you how we created our amazing new website with Wix.
Now we know that you guys give a huge welcome to DC Benny.
Good to be home, man. I grew up here in D.C. Yeah. Went to D.C. public schools. The only school system with White History Month. I was the only white kid in my class for the school play. I was the snowstorm. I just ran across stage naked, you know. My mom used to get all my clothes at the thrift shop. I came to class, looked like a 12-year-old golf pro with a drinking problem.